Hello and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Sorry about the shadow of my phone here. Hopefully that doesn't bother you too much. I can't do anything about it. Now, group one, you were drawn to the parents card. Now, this says the divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother or father. Now, I'm not seeing this as a literal parents card. I'm seeing this as parent figures, heritage, or even a divine parent. Okay, so in past like mine, your goddess or god can be seen as a mother or father figure. For example, Odin or Wotan is the All Father, right? So he is like a father. So the All Father loves you. Or apply that however it resonates with you. If you're not particularly religious, maybe you don't follow a deity, take that as your literal parents or like somebody who feels like a parent, someone who takes care of you in your life. Okay, so we'll see how that plays out for you. Okay, so I start with runes. Move on to oracles, and then do tarot last. So I'm going to take these oracle cards because these ones have pictures and these ones just have words. Okay, so what is the rune or runes from this card deck? From these rune decks here for these people. Thank you. I felt more than one there. It was this one and this one as well. Okay, and you got Rido on the bottom. That's a journey. Again, sorry about the shadow. I can't do anything about that. So we got Naudis, Manas, and Ingvas. I haven't pulled this one before. Okay, so I'm going to pull the... trying to get that to be even. See, it's even to me, but it's not even on the phone. Okay. Is there any other runes to go with these for these people? No? Okay. So I'll just grab Naudis, Manas, and Ingvas for you. Okay. And you have Othala on the bottom, which is very fitting to the card I'm seeing as heritage here. So legacy, inheritance, spiritual growth, abundance, values, and contribution. So that was on the bottom of the deck. But here, I'll do them in the order that they are over here. So Naudis is need, restriction, disagreements, resistance, survival, necessity, and lacking. Manas is humanity, collective, mortality, community, relationships, morals, and values. And Ingvas is fertility, virality, inner growth, virtue, peace, and harmony. And I'm interested to see how that plays out for you using the other cards here. So I'll pull the rest of your oracle, try to intuitively read what that could mean for you, and then move on to tarot. Now, oracle is usually a lot friendlier than tarot. Oracle just kind of tells you everything's all right, or if there is a problem, kind of pats you on the back for it. Tarot tends to just tell it as it is. Okay, so Green Witch Oracle. What is the message for group one here? There's another one in here. I can feel it. Talkative cards for you. And then you got passion on the bottom. Okay, so continuance with the apple, and 26 means 7, 8. 8 is wealth and abundance. And it can mean that in different ways. It can be money or it can be knowledge. And then you got emotion with cucumber and 4. And wholeness with black mulberries. Interesting. Interesting reading indeed. So, see if we can get any clarity from the Moon Witch oracle. Okay. What does this all mean? Freya. Ah, that's a lovely card to have. Freya, you are worthy, you are loved. And Freya is such a lovely goddess too. She's a goddess of both beauty and war. So she's very much so all about that duality between this gentle divine feminine and the fierce divine feminine. How does that play for these people? So you might have felt restricted by the situation you're in. Maybe you feel restricted by your parents or parent figure in your life. But yeah, because need, restriction, disagreement, humanity, collective, this is community on there as well. And then Ingvas is about inner growth and peace. So finding peace with knowing that you're different to the community that you're in. Perhaps that means that you're different because of your lineage, your heritage, or you're different to the parent figure in your life. But you've got to continue to be yourself and understand that that is going to bring up a lot of emotions. And cucumbers are very watery, so definitely all about emotions. But there is wholeness up here as well. And then you're worthy and you're loved. Like you might think that doing something might make your parents or parent figure upset. Doing things differently to how the established order of things are might make you feel like the community might not accept you. But what I'm seeing here is you're worried that a community may not accept you for one reason or another, either your lineage or because you're different to what the community expects. I'm getting two different readings here for you. This is a general reading, so unfortunately I can't pinpoint anything for you specifically, viewer, but you can always ask me directly on Instagram if you want me to clarify. But what I'm seeing here is there is a need for you to understand that your peace is more important than trying to fit in with a community that doesn't accept you, or that you need to be at peace knowing that there isn't a restriction and that this community, this family, does love you exactly as you are. Now, it's weird when I get two different groups of people here, but I think what's linking you all together is that there is something to do with community here. I'm seeing one people's having trouble fitting in, and the other people's think that they don't fit in. We'll see what tarot says. Okay, so can I get a couple of cards, please? 4 or 5 cards, please, to explain what is this community situation for group 1? Thank you for your patience as I pick your cards here. I just want to see, what is this community message? I'm getting two different messages. Fitting in, even though you feel like you don't, and not fitting in, even though you might have hoped that you did. So four cards. And you've got the 2 of Cups on the bottom, balancing these things, yeah. Okay. Try and make them look a bit neater on here. Making sure they're still on screen. So, Temperance, okay. The 10 of Swords. The 7 of Wands. And High Priestess. Okay, so High Priestess can mean that the answers aren't clear at this moment in time, a lot like the moon does, but also intuition. Follow what you feel at heart. Okay, and 10 of Swords here is, and 7 of Swords here is, there's definitely a feeling of conflict going on with both of you, both groups here. So you're feeling either the confliction of being you versus what they expect you to be, and what you see and what you feel. And temperance is about strength, right? Temperance literally means to temper something, means to make the metal stronger. So you need to alchemize this feeling of pain, this feeling of not fitting in, this feeling of being different to everyone else, and understand that that is actually your beauty. Your uniqueness is your beauty. And this really is echoing off of last week's readings too. But don't worry about this week, it's not time sensitive. But yeah, you feel conflicted. You definitely feel conflicted within yourself. But you need to follow that inner wisdom, that inner strength, that inner knowing that you are worthy and you are loved just as you are. And I'm really seeing that as Freya being the mother figure here, saying like, look, I understand that you might think that we don't like you for being different to the rest of the family, but we do love you. Or maybe the business, maybe the religion, maybe you do things differently in your religion. Maybe you don't follow the strict code of how things should be. Maybe you want to be an artist in a family of office workers and you know, tradesmen and something. Or maybe you want to be a tradesman in a family of artists. I don't know. It could work both ways. Or whatever the case may be, this parent here, this parent card to me, isn't literally your parents. It's somebody that's a gentle authority in your life. That's how I'm seeing it, or heritage. So you might be doing things differently to how your ancestors did things, or maybe you are following what your ancestors did, and that's making you different to the community you're in. I remember hearing about this Native American young man who was bullied a lot in school because he refused to take his braids out. He had long hair in braids because it's tradition, but people in school bullied him, and that would really make you feel quite crap when people bullying you for staying true to your lineage, staying true to your traditions, because there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm seeing is you are worthy and loved exactly as you are, whether that means that you're doing things differently to your family or community or work, school, whatever it applies to. You're doing things differently, and that's totally fine. People do actually accept you for this. Or you're doing things the way that people before you did, and that's also fine, because your people, regardless of which case this is, your people will love you. Your people mean your good friends, those who understand you. I mean, you don't have to be understood fully, but some people understand you, and that is where you're really shining. You gotta, don't hold on to what's breaking your heart. Hold on to what's giving you strength. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm gonna get some clarifier cards for those from the wild unknown. Fitting that you got a little bit of an unknown here. Okay, can you explain what temperance means for these people? You kind of jumped at me there. Four of Swords, be at peace. Okay, I'm not seeing. You're not seeing on the screen. Kind of. Four of Swords, being at peace, understanding that it's okay to be this little lamb. This little lamb here. I don't mean being a sheep following the crowd kind of thing. What I'm seeing that as is it's okay to be you. Shine bright as your own self, regardless of whether this means following a tradition that the community doesn't agree with, or being different to the rest of the community. Because I'm really seeing two different groups of people here. Okay, and what does the Ten of Swords mean here? Is there a solution to the Ten of Swords that I haven't mentioned, or does it mean anything else? High Priestess. You got a double High Priestess here. Yeah, really, follow your intuition. Follow what makes you happy, what makes your soul happy, rather than end the cycle of being in conflict with yourself. Yeah. Instead of following what other people expect of you, just do what you want in order to establish your own community or be part of that community regardless of what other people are saying. And then, okay, what does this High Priestess up here say? Okay, I was going for another one, but yeah, Father of Wands, the King of Wands. just be yourself as best as you can. I know it's easier said than done, but stay true to you is really all I can say about that. And what is the conclusion card? You got death on the bottom of this deck when I was pre-shuffling, so yeah, it's time to change how things are. What is the conclusion card that ties both of the people drawn, both types of people drawn to this group? What is the conclusion to this advice? Oh, you can give me more than one card if you need to. Yeah, it's two. It's you and it was you. You just got pulled out because I pulled another card. Yeah, King of Pentacles and the Magician. Be strong in who you are and what you have made for yourself, and realize that you manifest the life that you deserve by being true to yourself. And I don't know why everything's blurry on one side of the screen. That's strange. But yeah, just, I don't know if that's blurry for you, it's blurry for me on the phone. Anyway, be true to yourself. Manifest what you desire. Manifest that community that you deserve. Manifest the strength of ancestors or whatever applies to you. And look how happy he is. He's looking at his pentacle, looking at what he's creating, going, yeah, I'm happy with this, regardless of what other people say. Yeah, interesting. It wasn't the way I expected this reading to go, and now you got the Empress on the bottom. Great for yourself. Yeah, that wasn't the way I expected this reading to go, but I like this reading for you. Thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe, and many blessings to you and yours. If you felt drawn to any of the other readings this week, not time sensitive, but in this video, feel free to go and watch them. Check out anything else on my channel if you want. No pressure, you don't have to. Hello Group 2, welcome to Untitled Tarot, and as you can recall, you were drawn to this card. And I'm sorry about the shadow from my phone, can't do anything about that, and I'm also sorry if you hear anything in the background, even though he knows I'm recording. My partner's decided to play loud music next door. But anyway, vacuum away fear with this beautiful image here. Call upon Archangels Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, and the situation and everyone involved. Now, if you don't work with angels, you can just apply that, how it resonates. Call upon somebody, whether that's a god, whether that's somebody else, a demon, a friend, a mom, whoever, to lift away this fear from you, to help you conquer any kind of fear around your surroundings. Now let's see how that applies with the rest of your cards. Sorry, my cards are hard to see. Can't do anything about that. Okay, I start with runes, move on to oracles, and then end with tarot. So I've got two rune decks. This one has animals on it, and this one just has words. Okay, so what is the rune or runes for group 2? What kind of fear do they need to vacuum away? Now you got Gebo on the bottom. Gebo is what about giving without expecting anything in return? Now I don't know whether that means somebody's giving to you or not, or if you're the one doing the giving. Okay, so your runes are Ansus and Thurizas. Ooh, really good runes. Thurizas is essentially a thorn. It is a trial that you're going through. However, it's also used as a reminder that you are stronger than the situation. And Ansus is usually about wisdom. So I'll pull the cards from the other deck that explain these cards. But I'll ask the rune deck, is there any other rune you'd like to share with group 2? No? Okay. Okay, Thurizas is defense, challenge, danger, protection, attack, and strength. So based on your pile leader card, you are being protected and given strength to face this situation. And Answers is a revelation, signs, visions, insight, messages, knowledge, and communication. So somebody is trying to communicate with you that they are here to protect you if you want them to help you. If you want help, help is there. That's what I'm getting from this. And I'm feeling that is definitely divine help and guidance is there for you. Greenwich Oracle. What kind of defense, what kind of protection is on offer for Group 2? What kind of wisdom is being offered to them in this time? Who is trying to communicate with them? I mean, these cards can't really show you who, but I can at least give you an idea what kind of person it is. 4 cards. This deck's very talkative this week. Okay, so you've got tranquility. Find peace in this situation, regardless of what kind of difficulties you may be going through. Right now, at the time of recording this, Mercury's in retrograde in Pisces, so that might be relevant to you. But it doesn't matter when you're watching this, because it's timeless. Wholeness. Group 1 had that as well. Find your wholeness. Leadership. Take control of the situation. And success. Well, it feels like a story. Find your peace. You will become whole. Take control. You've got success. Success is yours if you take a leadership role in your life. Understand that the trial is not your ending, and become wise from that knowledge, knowing that someone is protecting you, or that you can protect yourself, and you'll feel whole and complete knowing this. Oh, that's interesting. So what does the Moon Witch Oracle have to say about this? Give me as many cards as you need. I can always stack them up if I need to. Again, apologies if you can hear music in the background. I'm not sure if you can. 3 cards? Yeah. And you got Witch's Hat on the bottom, which says, express yourself, share your gifts with the world. Okay, so you got Crescent Moon. I had to draw things on these ladies because they're actually nude imagery, and YouTube doesn't have nudity. Anyway, Crescent Moon means keep moving forward. You've got this. Keep moving forward, even though things might seem a little difficult, especially if it's retrograde or something like that, because retrogrades are about teaching you a lesson. And even if it's not a retrograde when you're watching this, there is always a lesson to be learned through some sort of hardship. Now, I don't mean serious, like, abuse or anything. That's not what I mean. But I mean, if things might seem difficult in general, there is usually something to learn from that situation, or apply your wisdom to the situation. Find someone who can help you. And mirror, the beauty you see in me is a reflection of you. Or how I see this is, there's 2 people looking at each other. Granted, I think it's supposed to be she's looking at herself, but you can take it that way. Look at yourself, take a reflection of yourself, or pair up with this person that is helping you remove fear. Because I'm not seeing this as a very serious situation. I think it's more you're anxious, you're worried about what could come of this. And then Selene. Oh, you got a deity as well. Group 1 got a goddess, they got Freya. So Selene, bring light into someone's dark sky. Maybe Selene is bringing some light into your sky. Or Michael and Raphael, or your mother, or a friend, or a coach of the sports team you're part of, or your boss, or a colleague, or whoever is coming to bring some light into your sky, saying, hey, look, you're not alone in this. I've got your back. You've got your own back as well. I think that's what they're trying to remind you too. The strength comes from within as well. Okay, so Tarot, can you give me 3 or 4 cards to explain this situation, please? Thank you. Oh, they're together? Okay. Interesting. It doesn't usually do that. It usually gives me... Ooh, that one fell on the floor. Oh, look, you got the Hierophant, a figure of authority or tradition. I think that works as it is 3. And then you've got the 5 of Cups in the bottom. Yeah, I really do feel like the situation is not as bleak as it might seem. You've still got something here. Look, it's 2 cups. I know it's the same hand holding them, but I'm kind of seeing it as like someone's offering you these cups, saying, hey, look, I know you spilt yours, but here, I've got some to share with you. Or it's 2 different hands Maybe it is two different people, Michael and Raphael kind of situation up here. Okay, so yeah, the Seven of Cups. You need to make a decision. Now, I know this usually means make a decision between options, but I'm seeing it as make a decision to not fear. And I know that's easily said and done, right? But you're taking this opportunity to trust. You're taking this to trust. And these two in the middle is the Ace of Swords and the Hanged Man. Yeah, take this sword and cut yourself free. Or someone's coming to bring a sword to cut you free. That's how I'm seeing this particular one. I know Hangman can also mean a different perspective. Ace of Swords is all about being ready to communicate, willing to communicate, going to communicate. But here, the sword also has a crown. You're coming to be crowned, and this Hangman has a halo. There's some very obvious religious undertones to this reading. I can see that, but if you're not religious, don't read into it that way. I'll keep it neutral the best I can, but I really do feel like someone here is religious. Maybe not Christian, but religious of some sort. But allow the sword to cut you free because fear is binding you. And with the Hierophant figure here, there's some keys. You know, they have the keys to help you and set you free, and hands are pointing as above. Heavenly guidance, you did get the angel card with angels on it, Michael and Raphael. So if that applies, take it literally, but someone's here to help you move through this situation. And I'm wondering if the Wild Unknown can give me an idea. You got Temperance on the bottom when I was pre-shopping. Okay, so what is their Seven of Cups for group 2? What is the Seven of Cups saying? You got the Seven of Cups again. Okay, pretty much, yeah, we already know. You made the decision. Come on, that's all there is to say about that one. Okay. Thank you for confirming that this group really does need to take the decision, make a decision, and take this opportunity to cut themselves free or allow someone to get close enough to cut them free. Leadership. You can't be a leader if you're all tied up. Okay, and what does the Ace of Swords and Hanged Man say? Is there another message for them from that? I only got another pairing. Oh no, sorry, you got 3 this time. Yeah, Nine of Swords. You were feeling all tied up by this fear. The fear was really destroying you. But then you decided to listen to Wise Owl and his Mother of Swords is the Queen of Swords to say, look, enough's enough. I'm in control. We are protecting this group too. And now you're starting to blossom. You're starting to blossom now that you know you're worth it. That was the message from group 1, was you're worth it. Okay, and what is the conclusion card? Oops, sorry, actually no. I didn't ask what the Hierophant meant. Oh, apparently the Hierophant didn't need any more clarification. Okay, what was I missing about the Hierophant? I almost went on to conclusion. Was there anything else to be said? Not really. Not really much to be said, but you're in control. Yeah. Not really much to be said. The moon is all about the answers don't need to be revealed right now. Yeah. Probably why I was going to go on to the conclusion card. Okay, what is the conclusion for group 2? Is there any remaining messages for group 2? Any remaining messages? Thank you. Anything else? Be as talkative as you want. I really don't mind. There we go. I know some people, they say, oh, just 1 tarot card, just 2. I'll take as many as the decks want to tell me about, want to talk to me with. It can make it a little difficult to set things up, but I can pile things up on top of each other. Okay. Okay, guys. 7 of Cups. You really need to make this decision to let go of fear-based ideas and beliefs. You really, 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 really need to let go of the fear of making decisions to be in a leadership position and control your life, because that will set you free and that will lead to success and wholeness and tranquility. Queen of Pentacles is all about inner strength. It's about growing your little garden. and making things work because you want them to work. You're making it work because you're choosing to make a decision to be in the driver's seat. Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're making the decision to be in the driver's seat, taking control of your life. Okay, yeah, you need to let go of that fear that being in charge and speaking up is going to lead somewhere, right? The life that's going to occur because you spoke up and because you decided to be yourself is way more important than fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the life killer. Fear and danger are different. What you're up against is not dangerous. It's exactly what needs to occur to make you come out of your shell and to get out of your comfort zone. That's really the last message I can say about this. But you got 7 of Cups 3 times. You really need to make that decision instead of being scared to make it. That's what I'm seeing. Because you're wise enough, or you know someone wise enough to help you with that, whether that's a teacher, boss, mom, an angel, whoever. Okay, thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe, and many blessings to you and yours. If you were drawn to any of the other readings, feel free to check them out. Same with any of the other videos on my channel. No pressure, you don't have to. Hello Group 3, it's me Akladja. Welcome to Akladja Tarot. Sorry about this shadow from my phone, can't do anything about that. I'm also sorry if you can hear any kind of noise in the background. Even though he knows I'm recording, my partner has decided to watch TikTok or something next door. So I'm hoping you can hear that. The only group this week, don't worry about week, it's not time sensitive. They got some peace and quiet, was Group 1. Anyway, you were drawn to Visualize Success. And she's eating an apple off of this tree here. See yourself doing well in this situation. Have faith in a positive outcome. Okay, so what situation? You could probably think of something, but we'll see what the cards have to say. I start with runes, move to oracles, and then do tarot. I have 2 rune card decks. This one has animals on it. This one just has words. Okay, so what rune or runes are for group 3? No? Okay, just this one. Okay, nowadays. Group 1 had nowadays, I believe. And you have a flower on the bottom, just like they did. Okay, so if you were drawn to that group and didn't watch it, you might want to. Up to you, obviously. Okay, is there any other runes from this deck? Before I grab nowadays. Definitely felt one of you flip over. One of you wanted out. Both of you did, okay. Isa and Ibaz. Ooh, Isa flew into my lap. That's how much Isa wanted to be out. Okay, let me grab nowadays one here before I read them to you. There's nowadays. Nice. Okay, so nowadays, going with the card up here that was pulled, is a need, a restriction, disagreement, resistance, survival, necessity, or lacking. So visualize success. I'm seeing that from this card alone is visualize this lack into something prosperous. If your tree wasn't fruiting, visualize it with fruit. Let's see how that plays out for you. Then Isa and Ivas. Suspension. For Isa, suspension, delay, stillness, frustration, blocks, pause, and waiting. And Ivas is connection, inspiration, endurance, secret knowledge, protection, life cycles, and divinity. Okay, connect to your inner divine, or speak with the divine. Speak with a god, speak with an angel, speak with a demon, speak with an ancestor, speak with whoever it is that you work with. Connect with the divine within you, the divine within yourself, as well as divine themselves, and the gods themselves. Connect with the gods and yourself to find a way out of this waiting period. You no longer need to be in the waiting room. The appointment is here. Yeah, you need to get out of the frozen stage, out of the waiting period. You need to get out of the waiting period and into the connection period, the divine wisdom period. I'm interested to see how that works out. Okay, Greenwich. You're going to be as noisy with these people as you were for everyone else? What is the card? What does group 3 need to get out of? What is making them frustrated? Everyone got wholeness this week. You need to find your wholeness. Okay, what makes you whole? Okay, what else do they need to know? Grounding. Ground yourself before you lose yourself. Yeah, potato. 5. 5 is about in the process of changing. Look at the sun here and then the sun tarot card. Let's see if that comes up. So you need to ground yourself in order to find your sense of wholeness. Interesting. And you have tranquility on the bottom, which is what group 2 had as a card pulled for them. Okay, so ground yourself, but don't freeze. Don't get stuck in the situation. Alchemize your way through it in order to find that wholeness, the divine knowledge within yourself, the divine downloads, as some people call it. Oh, interesting. None of these readings have gone the way I thought they might go. And what is the Moon Witch card or cards to explain this situation, please? Thank you. Diana and Freya. Ooh, group 1 got Freya. And group 2 got a deity as well. They got Celine. You got 2. Be one with nature and you are worthy, you are loved. Yeah, you're worthy of everything that you want to have. And you got manifestation on the bottom. Let's see if you get the Magician card in the tarot. Okay, you are worthy of everything that you are seeking. Visualize success because you are worthy of whatever it is that you want. Whatever it is that you are wanting, it is already yours. The universe and the divine have conspired in your favor. The moment you accept that you deserve it, you will have this completion. The moment you decide you want to be whole, you will be whole. And be one with nature can also be one with your nature. That's how I see that as well. But definitely ground yourself into nature and understand that there's much, much more to this world than the situation at hand. So connect with the ley lines, connect with your ancestry lineage, connect with whatever it is that you're seeking. Visualize yourself succeeding in it, and you will already have it. That is the first way. The first step into visualizing and having whatever it is you're looking for, the first step into manifesting it is to believe that you deserve it in the first place. Okay, so tarot. Will I get Sun and Magician? Let's see. Tarot, what does group 3 need to know? Okay, I'll take 3 or 4 cards. Oh, you jumped. Magician, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? And it jumped as well. And is there a 4th card here? Yes, there is. I can see it. I told you. I had a feeling we were going to get Magician. And you get the Ace of Cups. And look, there's a sun coming out of this cup. Queen of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Magician, and the Six of Swords. Okay, so you are moving away from a time where you feel lacking. You're not accepting to be stuck in the current situation that you have because you're alchemizing now a new life for yourself, a new outcome. You've decided that enough's enough. It's time to sail away from this situation and alchemize what you want because you're taking up authority. This Queen of Swords is a very peaceful Queen of Swords. Have you noticed? She's not angry. She's not raging into anything. She's not rushing into anything. She's still and happy. She's at peace knowing that whatever she wants is hers because she knows she's worthy of it. And the Wheel of Fortune is self-explanatory. Fortune favors you. And whatever you visualize yourself succeeding in, you will. Because you're telling the universe to conspire in your favor. And let me tell you, the universe is already conspiring in your favor. And the Magician card is you putting in that work as well. You're working with the universe to alchemize the situation. Okay, wild unknown. What is the Queen of Swords' message? Or extra message for that card? Oh, too many cards for just one. Okay. I'm going to put them back in the deck. Okay. Thank you for giving me cards, but could I just have one for the Queen of Swords, please? Or two. One or two, please. Strength. Yeah. Have strength in yourself to know that you are deserving of this. Okay, and what is the Wheel of Fortune's extra message? Father of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles. What you want to manifest into your life is definitely manifesting. And it is because you've put in the effort as well. You've allowed the universe to control what you can't, and you're also you're working with the universe. That's what I'm saying. You're working with the universe to make this happen. And the Magician, if we get a Sun card now, that would be just perfect. Oh, you got two. Yeah. It's time to get rid of that mindset that things are falling apart, right? You might have been feeling that things aren't quite what you wanted, and that's okay because you decided enough's enough of that crap and you want something new. And the Tower is here to tell you that that crap is going away now. That stuff that you didn't want is going away now, and it's making way for you to make new stuff. And what is the Six of Swords? Now this thing could be family situation, could be work. I'm definitely seeing it as work, really, or school. Definitely work. I'm feeling work for this group. If that doesn't resonate, apply it how it does. But I'm really feeling like you're moving away from a workplace that doesn't make you feel good. I'm moving into a job that does. Yeah, and then you got the two cards here. You've got, yeah, the Son of Wands is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is taking action. You're taking action. He's taking action. You're taking action to be fulfilled. Ten of Cups is all about fulfillment. So you've decided, I don't want to be empty. I don't want to be blocked. I don't want to be left in frustration. I want to be whole. Yeah, that's a lovely reading. And what is the conclusion card? Sorry, these are getting messed up now. I mean, everything's getting messed up. It's near the end of the reading. What is the conclusion card? Is there any other messages that group 3 need to know? You can give me more than one card if you need to. I always let the tarot do its talking. People can pull as many cards as they want through the decks. Okay, so it's just, yeah, the Eight of Pentacles, working hard. So you're visualizing success, but you're also working hard to make sure that it is what you want it to. And that can be working hard on the inside too, but Pentacles is usually about tangible goods, material goods. So you're working hard to make sure that this business works out, that this art project works out, that this house move goes smoothly, whatever it is. But you're also working hard on your inside, I believe. You're working hard to make sure that your mind is this positive space so that you do know that you are worthy and you are loved. And you're grounded in that. Yeah, that's a lovely little reading. Bit of a shorter one this week. But yeah, thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe, many blessings to you and yours. If you're drawn to the other readings or any of the other readings, feel free to click on them. Same if you feel drawn to anything else on my channel, but no pressure. Don't have to watch anything. Thank you for watching. And yeah, maybe I'll see you again on my channel. Maybe I won't. Up to you.